I'm asleep at 9:30.
St. Catherine's resident Ted Yates has turned a lifelong obsession with top 40 hits into a decades-long career in radio. Ted has recently published a new book, his third, that looks in detail at the hits and the hitmakers from one of those decades, the 80s.
I researched every single song, went on the internet, watched the videos, studied different things, and thought, okay, what can I find out more about this song? And that's what I did. I just kept delving deeper into it, but then condensing, and one paragraph basically for each song in most cases.
The new book continues Ted's love affair with music that began when he was in high school.
Do you remember what your first single was that you bought, your first 45?
I do, yeah. It was 1966, a song called Get Away by Georgie Fame. Not a really big hit at all.
A British guy, Georgie Fame,
That's right,
Huge
yeah.
in Britain and never really made it big here in North America.
Exactly. He had a few hits, Ballad of Bonnie and Clyde and Yeah, Yeah. But Get Away was a great song on the Capitol label, the Capitol Swirl label.
After Georgie Fame, where did you go?
I went into songs like The Hollies and The Association, Cherish, Bus Stop by The Hollies, and Eleanor Rigby by The Beatles, Beach Boys, Wouldn't It Be Nice, all around that time, 1966. And then I started just buying so many records. I used to buy 16 singles a week back then. Of course, they were 66 cents each, plus 3 cents tax.
Surrounded by thousands of records, Ted admits to being a throwback when it comes to what and how he listens to music. He did, however, make use of today's technology to assist with his latest book.
I did a lot of research so that I could bring out the 80s and everything that a reader would want to know about the 80s in each hit. But we have such a short attention spans that just tidbits of information on each song, almost 2,000 songs with fascinating facts and trivia. You can open it up in any page of the book and you'll find something on every page, say, I didn't know that, or here's a song I forgot about. You can go to YouTube and instantly hear it, which is great. That's one of the great things about now, too.
Ted's list of favorites from the 80s is a who's who of chart toppers.
I would say Elton John is certainly one of them. He started, of course, in the early 70s, was very popular in the 80s, like so many artists, like I mean, Phil Collins, Billy Joel, Madonna, Michael Jackson, probably the top artist of that decade. There's just so many to choose from.
Of course, we had bands like U2 that got their start in the 80s as well.
Yeah, U2. Here's an interesting piece of trivia. U2, With or Without You, was co-produced by Brian Eno of Roxy Music. He's the guy who Bill Gates hired to create that 6-second startup music every time you turn on a Microsoft Windows computer. You know, stuff like that I throw in with the songs and those tidbits of fascinating facts.
Where can someone go and buy the book?
They can get it at select stores, but also on my website. Just Google my name, Ted Yates. I also have tedyates.ca. You can purchase the book there. I have book signings during the month of November, including one at Chapters on Sunday, November 24th from 1 to 3. That particular location has done very well for me with my 60s and 70s book, and I think it will do well for the 80s as well. So hope you can come out, and I'll do a little chat about the book before I start the signing. He's a really nice guy.
You can order your copy of the 80s, the hits and the trivia online at tedyates.ca. Also remember, you can hear Ted on Oldies 1150 weekdays from 6 a.m. to noon. Reporting for The Source, I'm Mike Balsam.
More prominent.